Sonic music is back, baby. No more bland and repetitive music. No more ear-piercing, squelching lead synthesizers. No more soulless, lifeless electronic music. Now, we finally have a soundtrack that features many different genres, like jungle and drum and bass, house, even metal. I'm not even a big fan of metal, but I'm not gonna lie, this shit go hard. We even got some crazy ass orchestral music, and I'm not just talking any orchestral music, no. I'm talking full-blown Hans Zimmer Marvel movie type shit, you feel me? We finally have a soundtrack that's filled with variety, and when I say filled, I mean filled to the brim, no Yankee. Scratch that, 6 brims, cause apparently this soundtrack is 6 hours long. That's absolutely insane. Man, words cannot express how excited and happy I am right now for this soundtrack because like, this soundtrack sounds so authentic. Each track feels like it was carefully put together with love and passion. Like, this whole OST feels like it came from the heart. And man, y'all don't even know how much that warms my heart. Cause like, bruh, it feels like it's been so long since we had a really good Sonic soundtrack. Like, I would say the last good Sonic soundtrack was Sonic Mania. To all them niggas still saying that Team Sonic Racing had a good soundtrack, come on, can we just stop pretending like that shit was good, okay? That soundtrack was weak as hell, man. In this video, I'm not here to talk about bad Sonic soundtracks. I'm here to talk about this new crazy ass, fire ass, amazing ass. I don't even know how to explain how good this soundtrack is, bruh. For this game, Sonic Frontiers, Sega literally put together an all-star lineup of composers, bruh, okay? We got Kenichi Takoi, composed for games like Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Unleashed, Colors, Generations, I mean, the list goes on and on, one of the GOATs. Hopefully I'm saying this right. Takahito Eguchi worked on Sonic 06, Sonic Lost World, and Sonic Runners, 3 Sonic games with amazing soundtracks. And we got the man, the myth, the legend, the main man himself, Tomoyo Atani. Every fan of Sonic music should know who this guy is by now. He's an absolute legend, and it seems like Jun Sanui, another legend in the Sonic music community, has finally passed the torch to my boy Tomoyo Atani, because he was the one leading the entire lineup of composers for this soundtrack, and he did his job well. My man showed up and he showed out, no cap. I have to say, I love what Sega is doing as far as like presenting this soundtrack and putting people hip to the music of Sonic Frontiers. Like, they're really repping the composers more than ever, and I'm loving it, you feel me? A week before release, the official Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel uploaded a live studio recording of the theme for Ares Island. And of course, the song itself was a banger, bruh. Not even gonna front. But I love the video. I love how it actually shows everyone working on the song, and it shows all the crazy talented musicians just doing their thing, you know? Playing their instruments, and like, just seeing that shit is so cool. You're like getting an inside look on how the soundtrack is being put together and shit like that. Tomoyo Atani even gave an interview giving a little insight on the process of making the soundtrack for Sonic Frontiers and like his whole entire video game music career shit. Like, it's literally the coolest thing ever. And man, I just love to see that Sega is giving the composers more of a spotlight, because I ain't gonna lie, the composers really do carry the Sonic games when it comes to like the overall rating of a Sonic game. Like, a Sonic game can be good as hell, but if the music ain't good, then the Sonic game ain't shit. Like, come on, let's be honest. But like I said, I just love to see that they're giving their composers more of a spotlight. And I mean, Sega, they've been repping their music composers for a while, a lot more than other video game companies, but they're taking it to a whole nother level now, and I love to see it, man. You love to see it. All right, enough of me gushing about all this shit. Let's actually talk about some of the music in the game. Let's start off with the music for the newest feature in this game that everyone's excited about. Even me, I'm not even gonna lie. The open zone music. It's crazy because this is the music for the newest feature in this game, right? But these were some of the first tracks to be composed for the game. And according to Tomoyo Atani, which was 4 years ago, bruh, the music for the open zones are like really ambient, immersive, and cinematic as hell. Like, I swear, this shit sounds like an entire movie soundtrack, real shit. My favorite open zone theme is the theme of Ares Island for sure. Like, this song is freaking epic. Like, listening to it literally makes me feel like I'm walking through a desert, being scorched alive by the sun. What's really getting me is the use of real instruments, live studio recordings. And that's nothing really new in Sonic music. I mean, they've been doing that shit for years. But you know, Sega composers have gotten away with using VSTs or virtual instruments in the past plenty of times. So I'm extremely happy to see that Sega has allowed the sound team to go that extra mile and hire some session musicians, because I know that shit costs money, real shit. That costs money for real, but like just hearing that and feeling that realism in the soundtrack, I mean, bro, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. In the interview that Tomoyo Otani gave, he said that the hardest part of composing the music was expressing the immersive feeling of the open zones while keeping a sense of excitement, since Sonic is an action game. And I mean, dude, I gotta say, like, Tomoyo Otani and the rest of the sound team, they absolutely killed it when it came to the open zone music, because I can see how that can be kind of difficult, because when you're talking about open world, you think games like Zelda and some Mario games. Those games are like very slow paced, so the music doesn't have to be all that hype, especially in the open world zones and shit like that. But when it comes to Sonic, bro, like Sonic's running through an open zone at Mach speed, going crazy, like you still have to, like you said, convey that immersiveness of an open zone, but have that sense of excitement since you have this little blue niglet running hundreds of miles per hour, you feel me? But like I said, the sound team, they absolutely killed it. Alright, yo, let's talk about these fire-ass vocal themes, another highlight of this beautiful soundtrack. Now, I'm gonna keep it 100% with y'all. I haven't been a fan of some of the vocal themes from the recent tracks like Sonic Forces and Team Sonic Racing. Like, the only ones I like were like Sonic Forces main theme, and of course Green Light Ride from Team Sonic Racing, cause come on, who doesn't like Crush 40? But like I said, man, your boy likes to keep it 150% of the time. I'm not gonna lie. The vocal tracks for this game are crazy fire.
It's me, Bobalam, the #1 source of Playboy Cardi news. What's up, Cardi Nation?
Wait, Bobalam? Why the hell are you hijacking my video?
No, dumbass. I'm the weird raccoon Sonic guy. So, the vocal themes from Frontiers are bone-chillingly amazing. The main star here is the Supersonic battle themes. When Kellen Quinn's beautiful, effeminate voice hit my eardrums, I hit a peak mass that I haven't achieved in years. And there's 3 of these songs, 2 of which are perfect in every way, and one that personally I like, but the rap rock part kinda lowers it a bit for me. It's from the other Danger Kid from Danger Kids, Tyler. And this is not the guy who did Infinite's theme, and that's Andy. I've seen a lot of people confuse that, so I just wanted to clear it up quickly. These Titan boss songs are all 2010s Screamo scene bangers. Very raw XT, and these might not be for everyone, as I can imagine fans of might not necessarily be huge fans of. But this hits perfect for me, and it's placed so correctly with these actually Neon Genesis Evangelion inspired boss battles. The other vocal tracks are in some of the Cyberspace songs, which, while I do like, many sound a bit empty and quite a bit repetitive, which in the purpose of a video game is exactly what you're going for, so no diss to them, but most don't have vocals and aren't songs with some complex composition that I'd give more focus to than just putting on in the background. And it's made to be background music, and they're so hard for that. It's certainly going to be my personal video's background music for like the next few months. And the exceptions to this are the bangers like and a few others. But again, the main star of the show here is the Supersonic bosses. Come on. There's also a Nate Wants to Battle song, which I do think fits its place correctly. Like, I'm so glad he's not so out of place on a hardcore Screamo track. There's a Sage song that both me and my girlfriend literally teared up to, especially with the context of Eggman dropping his arm as it starts. Like, man, I am such a pussy. But I don't want to hijack this too long, so here you go, Screw. I'll give you your baby back. Take it. Take your f***ing video back, dude. I don't want this
Thanks, I guess. All right, let's get into probably the best tracks of this entire game, the Cyberspace tracks. The Cyberspace levels features some of the best music in the game. Like, honestly, these songs are like the whole reason why I made this video. Most Cyberspace tracks are up-tempo, EDM, jungle, drum and bass, and house tracks. And usually, I would be skeptical with all this electronic music because lately, that's all Sega's sound team has been giving us, and it's usually bland, soulless-ass electronic music. But for the Frontier soundtrack, Otani and his team pulled a whole 360 and went all out on these tracks. It's honestly crazy how these type of tracks went from being the worst in the Sonic series to being some of the best now. Some of my favorite Cyberspace themes include Level 2-4, some of the most solid jungle music I've heard from the Sonic series in a while. Also, I cannot get enough of that piano. Another one of my favorites is Level 4-4. This is like some really chill, ambient, liquid drum and bass. This is the type of drum and bass that I love, you feel me? That type of shit that you'd hear Pink Panthers floating on, you feel me? My favorite song throughout the entire soundtrack is Sky Sanctuary's theme, Flowing Into the Light. This song is literally perfect in every way. It's drum and bass, one of my favorite music genres. It's happy and energetic, and best of all, it doesn't sound generic as fuck. Like, it actually goes hard. I would literally say that this song is almost ethereal, especially when the break comes in and you just hear that high-pitched synth going. Oh my gosh, like literally, I was listening to that while I was in the gym, and I felt like a fucking Super Saiyan working out because the song was just that, it got me that pumped up, real talk. Best part about it all is definitely the DJ mix that combines every Cyberspace song. This is literally what you will want to listen to if you just wanted to fry your serotonin receptors, real talk, because this DJ mix is amazing. Overall, I'll say that the soundtrack for Sonic Frontiers is nothing short of amazing. Like I said before in the beginning of this video, I love the authenticity of this soundtrack. Unlike the past two Sonic games, it seems like the music for Frontiers actually sounds like it had some passion put into it. I don't know how to explain it, but the music for Team Sonic Racing and Sonic Forces lacked a lot of emotion, and the music for those games sounded really hollow, like it only took the composers like a week to make the entire soundtrack. Like, people who make music know what I'm talking about, where you just like half-ass make a beat or something like that, and you know you can do a lot better, but you just like, fuck it, this is what I got today, you feel me? Sonic Frontiers soundtrack is dense, super dense, and I mean, each track is filled with layers that combine together to make something beautiful, you know what I'm saying? I cannot wait till December when the full soundtrack is released. Even though you can find the soundtrack in its entirety on YouTube. In fact, this is how I was able to listen to the soundtrack and make this video, because my dumbass bought Modern Warfare 2, but I digress. I hope to see this soundtrack on streaming platforms so I can blast the fire-ass Cyberspace tracks on Spotify while I'm at the gym. But yeah, that was my so-called review for Sonic Frontiers soundtrack. If you made it to this part of the video, I would like to say thank you. If you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And let me know down in the comments below what you think about Sonic Frontiers and its soundtrack, of course, you know. Unfortunately, like I said, my dumbass spent all my money on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, so I don't have the game. I can't play it right now, but I cannot wait until I get some money in my pocket so I can buy this game, because I'm gonna play the fuck out of it, no cap. No cap. Huge thanks to The Sonic Show, the #1 source of all Sonic news, for featuring in this video, man. You're a fucking GOAT for that. And yeah, if you want to see more soundtrack reviews like this, let me know down in the comments below. I always love talking about my favorite video game music. But yeah, make sure to follow me on all my socials, you feel me? TikTok, Twitter, fucking SoundCloud, Instagram. I don't even know what I have anymore. I have so many shits. Also, if you guys didn't know, I am a rapper. Well, I'm trying to be a rapper. I make music, I make beats and all that shit. If you want to check out my music, links in the description. Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you listen to, I'm on there, you feel me? I had my first ever rap album coming out on November 21st. It's called Nexus DS. And by the title, I don't know if y'all could tell, but this is a Nintendo DS themed project. I'm literally rapping about the Nintendo DS. Huge shout out to my boy Prod Harper for producing this project, and huge shout out to all the people who featured on the project, man. I cannot wait to show y'all this project. Y'all gonna love it. Yeah, but in the meantime, y'all stay blessed and y'all stay smooth. Peace out.